Satisfy your need for happiness through your own curiosity with the Ranveer Show. I'm sorry, the name's not coming to my head. Pardon me.
Sure.
There was a web series you had done.
Decoupled.
I know a lot of guys who secretly enjoyed the shit out of Decoupled.
Oh, I know a lot of guys who openly enjoyed it also. I know a lot of women who enjoyed it with their husbands.
Really?
More of that than anything else.
Very edgy show. I feel that if it released now, it wouldn't have got as much of a backlash as it got when it released, I think 2 years ago.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because if now Animal was accepted, Decoupled is nothing compared to what was shown in Animal.
Yeah. No, Animal would have still been accepted by the masses. They're still not as, reeled in as we all are in the cultures that we are in right now. But Decoupled, I think, would have created as much furore even now. It was so anti-woke, in terms of what it was doing. And you won't believe how many head of governments around the world related to it and messaged me. It is crazy. It was crazy.
I remember meeting you around the time it released or like 2 months later, and I told you I really liked it.
Yes.
See, I'm a podcaster, so don't mind me saying
Of course
this.
not.
But I can quickly figure out kind of through the expression what reaction I've created within the other person. I think there was a part of you that was like, oh, cool. Like there was an internal wink at me.
I'm shameless. I internal wing, external wing, everything. I did the show for crying out loud, yeah. So while I was doing it, I was very skeptical for 2 reasons. One, it was a show in English in India. And secondly, it was radical. It was something that I had never done before. And thirdly, it was going against everything that, the woke culture was hoping to induce into us. And so, but I didn't know how to do it. Like, I didn't know how to play the character without making him look like he's judging, right? So while talking to Manu, I got the idea when he said, I was observing it and I said, hold on, that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to be an observer. I'm not going to be somebody who passes a judgment. I'm just going to be, it's thinking out loud. I observed this and my observation came out verbally and loud. That's all there was to it. So that way he became a little more endearing as opposed to somebody who was a jerk.
Let me just say that in the long term, you earned the respect of a lot of men.
I know. Wink, wink.
And I highly recommend that people go watch that scene.
Yeah.
I remember when I was first watching it, I was like, whoa, this is exactly what a lot of the thoughts of the guys are all over the world. Did you get annoyed dealing with like the outcomes?
No. So there was a bunch of people who didn't like the show because they thought it was too offensive, which is fair. That's their opinion. But by and large, the people who saw it, I mean, we don't get feedbacks only from the 8 people who write reviews now. If that was the case, I would never survive in the industry. They have never gotten a good review for anything, basically. So it's okay. The point is the public that it was meant to go to and entertain, it did. The upper middle class, the middle class who understood the language and the lifestyle there, they were guffing away, laughing. There are repeat values to it, and people asking me when the second season is coming even now. And it did its job the way it's supposed to.
So, when's
I don't know, man. I as of now, there's nothing in the pipeline. I want to know what Netflix feels and how they're going to deal with the backlash of part 2. But as far as part 1 is concerned, I think it became legendary. I really enjoyed doing it.
Yeah. Very edgy, very memorable. And you can't say that about this large amount of web series that are coming out now. So many are forgettable. There are few which are like incredibly memorable.
Yeah.
Decoupled is in that bracket because of how edgy it was.
Yeah.
In an era full of, I don't want to say vanilla content, but the content that always tries to play it safe.
What is the meaning of vanilla content?
Vanilla is like being extra careful, like you're that gym trainer.
Oh, so bland. Basically. I understand. Okay.
Like very, sorry, did I? Is it
okay.
That's vanilla, which is, I think the change we're seeing in this decade. Post-COVID, people swung to the other side.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of balancing out.
Yeah. Well, the quicker the better, man. Because we need to really get a lot of order back in the world and a lot of peace, because a fragmented society is not good for anybody.
If you enjoyed today's clip, make sure you check out these curated playlists that we've made especially for you related to the subject that was spoken about in this clip.